Hey Tippies, welcome back to the Morganfire channel. I'm bored. Cause I just had all this stuff sitting out here that just sitting here like trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. But since I was gonna go make some cone incense, so I was like, why don't I show YouTube how to make cone incense my way? Um, all natural, my way. Now I got a few ingredients out. None of the others see that or not. Bring it down. So I got some cedar tips sitting on top of this thingy thing. Some cedar tips, which I gotta put back in the bag, but I was just letting them dry because if you keep them in the bag, this is what will happen. They'll start turning brown, and you don't want them to be brown. They will stay green if though just the water just come out of them naturally. I don't like it when they turn brown. It just don't look, look up the part. So it hasn't really turned brown. It's still green, as y'all can see. Um, there's a few of them that have, the primarily brown. But this don't mean they can't be used. That just mean I won't make the mistake again. With the warning of the high priest. He said to keep the bag open and don't close it, and I went to the full moon ritual and had the bag closed all that time, and it turned brown. So as soon as I got home, I just took it out, but can't reverse the damage already done. So one ingredient that's going to be inside of my incense cones will be some cedar tip, some rosemary, and then a whole lot of other things. I'm just taking y'all along, um, my little workshop laboratory thing. Got some cinnamon here, some rosemary, some benzoin, some allspice. I like to show y'all all these things. Now that's the kind of cinnamon I like. I like to use the Saigon cinnamon. That other cinnamon, it doesn't smell like cinnamon sticks. And it's not like, well, not the cinnamon stick that I get. And it's not golden colored brown like this. It's actually like brownish color, sort of like my dirty mortar and pestle, um, or my wood thing. But I also want to talk about something. I give y'all an update. I went out and got me some rainwater yesterday. If you live in Santa Cruz County, you know it rained. So I got some rainwater. Ain't that much rainwater. It's a little bit, but it's really good for making rain, for cleansing, for all sorts of things. I just add a little bit to a little thing. Right here, some water being blasted, has a clear quartz crystal in it. Then cleansed and charged and whatnot. Um, I'm an everyday witch, so I just do these things like sort of like a everyday routine. That's what it feels like. I got some sage here. That's good. Um, Pretty much anything that will burn on its own is really good on the cones. Now I know the Mako powder and whatnot, but I've found something that's more useful than Mako powder and has better properties, and that is red sandalwood. The way I've used it, I've shaken it up in this little thing, little incense, shake it up, pour it out, burn it. That's not actually a cone yet, but when I spit in it, giving away my secret. I'm gonna just go real fast. because I've already talked 5 minutes and I only got a couple more minutes. Um, then I'm gonna just do the process myself. So I know that I'm gonna add some cedar tips, some rosemary. And I got my measuring spoons out here. They're small. You shouldn't make that much. So, and I got two little cups out here, chalice, looking like a chalice. It's not a chalice on, this is the identical twin that I got for the God. But since I don't have a God's altar no more, I just take the cup and use it to mix up my herbs. I like to use the glass one better. Now, I'm making two different ones, so I don't want to mix it up. Alright, so I'm just gone. And I'm adding some sage. Starting off with the sage. And this incense is going to be for cleansing and protection, or cleansing and calming, pretty much. And I'm not going to chop it up that much because I'm putting it in my witchicino and it's going to do the grounding for me. I got some resins here. That was the rosemary and it dropped. That's what I hate about using these little containers. Now I have to go get some new rosemary and then let it sit overnight again. So, anyways, I'll be using a few resins like dragon's blood. I have them in my own little package, so you won't even know. I got some benzoin already crushed up right here, so I'm not gonna use that. And some frankincense. Some frankincense. And I'm gonna try some black copal out. So pretty much the main ingredient will be the sandalwood, which is gonna help it stick all together pretty much. So I'll put like the biggest measurement spoon I have. I put like one of these. Put it inside the glass one, but I'll put it inside this metal one. You see how reluctant I was to put it inside the metal one? Because metal to me, well, metal is a thing, but you just hear so much to use it all natural, and metal is not so natural. But it is. It's actually abundant. I'll have some of that not so good leaf called Mary Jane. No, I won't add that yet. So what you're gonna do is powder up all your herbs, and then you spit in it, and then you're gonna mold it, and it should be really nice because this sandalwood would act like some crazy Play-Doh like stuff. And then you want to dry it up. How much spit you gonna need? You gonna have to tell about that. You could use water, you know. I like to use spit, make it more personal. And then my powders all go in at this time, so I'm gonna use some cinnamon, and I'm not gonna use the big one. I'm gonna use the little one for some out of here, cause I actually use this. Oh, look at all that cinnamon. Cause I actually use this in cooking too. Now, guy witches cook. We cook up some crazy magical ingredients. we cook up some good food. I'm gonna use some two of these. And this is a fourth of a tablespoon, and this one's a half a teaspoon. A fourth of a teaspoon, and this one's a half a teaspoon. So I'm actually putting two. I don't know, 2 parts of one, and an eighth of part. Then there's some basil. Um, some basil. I actually put one in the basil, but I'm not gonna put it in that one. I'm actually gonna put it in this one because this one is where my um where I'm going to crush it all up. And then I'm going to put my cedar chips. Um, have some allspice here. Put my not so good leaf. That's what I call it, not so good leaf, because it's actually not so good for your health. Um, 1 or 2 pinches. It's also not so good to burn because people smell it and like, oh, what is that? And this is actually hemp, so it smells like it. Um, all of my powdered resins I'm putting in, so I'm gonna use benzoin. I'm putting in this one. Not that much. This much. This one, or half of one. Some frankincense. And I thought I had some powdered frankincense somewhere. But I don't, so I'm gonna powder that at the end of the video. That's actually a hassle. Got some powdered dragon blood. Then I didn't powder it, I just kind of put it into small, fine granules. Um, I'm actually looking for my red sandalwood. I don't know where I put it. If y'all could tell me, that would be dang cool. I'll just put it over here. And put a little bit more red sandalwood. And then you want to stir it up. See the distribution. Oh, that's cool. Is this alright? So, you're gonna try to add some more. And it's all of it's all a trial thing. And like I said, I usually test out my incense before I'm doing it, so I'm actually doing this as a tester. I'm making a lot as a tester because I already actually have confidence in this. And if it doesn't really come out exactly as I planned it to, then I'll accept it as it is. Because I actually have no other herbs to replace this recipe. You see a little bit of sandalwood when I had a whole lot. And this is just going to be something I burn every day, so I tried to use something. I tried to use something that I was familiar with. A little bit of my protection incense that will go inside of here. Get it out. And that's it for that. I'm gonna see what kind of other herbs I want to add. And this is just gonna be all purpose, every day, something I burn every day. Gonna come, I want to burn every day. And that. Wish I had some patchouli, and I think this is the patchouli. Yep, patchouli. I'm gonna add some patchouli. Not that much. This allspice. I wish I had cloves, but I don't have cloves, so I have allspice, and I'm just using that as a substitute.